Hi, this is Ifroim Dewan. Today, my group members and I am going to speak about deepfake technology and the threats it possesses in our digital landscape. So, let's move on and give a brief introduction into the matter. So, what are actually deepfakes? Deepfakes are synthetic media generated using artificial intelligence and deep learning, which is a subset of machine learning, to manipulate or fabricate the audio, images, and videos. This term combines deep learning and fake, reflecting how AI models, like generative adversarial networks or GANs, can create hyper-realistic forgeries by analyzing and replicating patterns in real data. Although initially used for entertainment, for example face swapping in movies or in TV series, deepfake technologies has rapidly advanced, making it possible to impersonate anyone, such as celebrities, politicians, or even ordinary individuals, with an alarming accuracy. So, the key threats possessed by the deepfakes would be misinformation and like fake news. Deepfakes can spread false narratives, such as fabricated speeches by world leaders, leading to public confusion and political instability and even enticing violence. They might cause frauds and scams. An AI-generated voice can mimic CEOs or family members to trick people into transferring money, such as CEO fraud scams. Banks and businesses may struggle to verify identities if voice and facial recognition are compromised. They might cause reputation damage and be a cause of blackmail as well. Deepfake pornography, non-consensual explicit content can ruin lives, especially for women and public figures. Fake evidence could be used in courts to frame innocent people. There is an erosion of trust. As deepfakes improve, people may doubt real evidence, saying it's liars' evidence, making it harder to hold leaders accountable. Journalism and legal systems could suffer as authentic footage becomes harder to distinguish from fakes. Cybersecurity and national security risks. Enemies who use deepfakes to spread propaganda can manipulate elections or impersonate military officials to issue fake orders. There might be global repercussions, such as political instability. Deepfakes could deepen societal divisions, fuel conspiracy theories, and undermine democracy. There might be legal and ethical challenges. Laws struggle to keep up, providing authenticity in court may become harder. There might be economic impact, such as businesses could face losses from fraud, while the cost of verifying digital content rises. There might be psychological effects. Constant exposure to manipulated media may lead to widespread distrust and paranoia. So, all in all, in conclusion, while deepfake technology has creative uses, its potential for harm is enormous. Combating it requires better detection tools, stricter regulations, and public awareness. Without intervention, deepfakes could destabilize societies, economies, and global security in unprecedented ways. Thank you.
Hi, this is Tanvir. Let's talk about deepfakes, the technology that can make anyone say or do anything, even if they didn't. Great news for movie makers, but terrible news for politicians. On the left side, we got feel good uses. In entertainment, deepfake help de-age actors, so basically, Hollywood has found a way to keep actors forever 30. And in education, we can now have Albert Einstein personally explain physics. Marketing teams love it too. AI avatar can sell you shampoo in 15 different languages before you have had your morning coffee. But now let's flip the side to the dark side. Misinformation is where things get messy. Imagine getting news from politicians who never said anything. That's not just fake news, that's deep fake news. Fraud and impersonating. Criminals are using fake CEO voice to steal millions. And look at me, I can't even get my boss to reply my emails. Then we have got abusive content, where deepfakes are used in non-consensual videos. That's not only unethical, it's outright cruel. And finally, identity theft. Now people are showing up to the job interview as someone else and still not getting hired. Tough crowd. So yes, defect can be cool, creepy, or criminal, all depending on who is using them. And that's why we need to stay sharp, stay informed, and maybe double check everything what you are seeing. Thanks, guys.
Hello everyone, I'm Shakil Ahmed Shahan. Let's kick off by looking at how AI super changed the fraud. Synthetic identity fraud. In the past, the fake ID were blurry and easy to spot. Today, criminals use AI to create perfect KYC documents, passports, and driver license that fools even the trained eyes. They open fake accounts, move money, and disappear before anyone notices. Executive voice spoofing. Imagine getting a call at 5 p.m. from your CEO. CEO, same voice, same urgency, asking for to wire fund right away. You would agree instantly, but now AI can clone voices so flawlessly that one click can send hundreds of thousands of dollars into wrong hands, weaponize misinformation. Picture a breaking press release compete with corporate letterhead and codes, telling the market your company is in trouble, investors panic, your stock dives, all based on fabricated story. Why does this work? There are three gaps: no multi-factor check on big transfer. Staff aren't trained to spot defect. Three, legacy system cannot flag strange patterns. These cracks give fraudster a clear runway. Next, we will see some real example how to stop them. Everyone, this is Abdullah Al Fahmee. Today I am going to talk about deepfakes, a fake video or voice made using AI. This can look or sound very real, and they are being used in dangerous ways. I will show you 5 real examples that helps us understand why deepfakes are a big problem. In the first case, I will discuss about a Zelensky video. During the war in Ukraine, a fake video showed the president asking his army to give up. It was not real, but it spread quickly online. The goal was to confuse people and lower their trust. Second, the CEO voice scam. Hacker copied a CEO voice and asked a worker to send money. The worker thought it was real and sent over 0.22 million euro. This shows how deepfakes can use a big money loss. Third, fake celebrity videos. Some people use AI to make adult videos with celebrity faces. Those videos are not real, but shared online. This is very harmful and can ruin someone's life and reputation as well. In short, deepfakes are now seen in police work. Fake videos could be used as evidence, which is very dangerous. If the video is fake, some innocent could be arrested by mistake. It, deepfakes are used in phishing. Attackers send fake videos or voice messages that looks like a boss or manager. They ask workers to send money or give password. This can hurt companies badly. Now I'm going to the next slide. This slide is about visual impact summary. Now let's look at the impact of these cases. From the chart, you can see that this case study shows a unique risk profile. The Zelensky video had a big political effect. It tried to break trust. The CEO scam caused a huge money loss. The celebrity defect caused emotional pain and legal issues. The police case could cause wrong arrest and legal mistakes. The phishing attacker are a mix of this. There are money, privacy, and trust. So, in simple words, deepfakes are dangerous. They can hurt people, steal money, and break trust in news, policy, or workplace. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for listening. Bye. I'm going to talk about defect challenges. So there are many challenges in the defect detections. Firstly, I have sort of two of the points. The first one is high realism of defects. So in modern generative models such as GAN or diffusion model, it produces highly realistic images or videos. So the impact is the traditional detection techniques. For example, pixel analysis, comparison, artifacts are becoming the less effective. The second point is the rapid evolution of deepfake techniques. So newer deepfake generation models like Star-3 and 3 swap deepfakes faster than the detection tools. So the impact is like detectors trained on older datasets struggle to identify newer deepfakes. The third one, lack of generalization. So the challenge is for this one, detection models often overfit or specific data sets and perform poorly on unseen data. So the limits in real world depend across different platforms and content types. The fourth one is like limited level data sets. So we can see that the in-defect data sets like TFTC face forensic are limited in diversity and size. So it won't be sufficient training data hinders robust model development. The fifth one, subtle and localized manipulations. Some defects alter only small regions like eyes or lips with high precision. But the impact is like detection models may miss these changes, especially without fine-grained spatial attention mechanisms. Also, there are some adversarial attacks. Defect can be designed to evade detection using the adversarial noise. So the impact is threatens the reliability and security of the deployed detection systems. In real-time detection constraints, detection in social media video conferencing requires lightweight and fast models. A lack of explainability. Deep learning models are often black boxes, so it's hard to justify detection decisions in a legal forensic context. The last one is like the platform and format variability. So defects can appear in various formats like MP4, GIF, social media compressions. So the model robustness across formats and compressions is hard to ensure.
Hello everyone. So this is Mohammad Saiful Islam. I'm going to talk about legal and ethical concerns of deepfake technologies. The first one is legal concern. In the legal concern, defamation comes first. So that means fakes can falsely duplicate people's reputation. And then the second one is privacy violation. That means using someone's face or voice without the permission and without their consent. Copyright issues, using protected content in the fakes. That means inserting protected contents without the legal rights of the authority. And the next one is fake news, spreading misleading or false information. And then fraud, impersonate with people or scam or stealing something. And the next one is harassment, targeting individuals with harmful content. And then legal gaps. Most countries have lack of their specific defect laws. That means laws in many places don't address defect directly. And the next part is ethical concerns. So the ethical concerns, we have to talk about the loss of trust. So just because of deepfake, people start doubting real videos and news. And then manipulation. Deepfakes can influence opinions and behavior. Then no consent, using someone's image without approval or their permission. The next one is emotional harm. That means victims may suffer stress and reputational damage just because of this thing. And then social damage. Deepfakes can weaken democratic and social stability. Next, I'm going to talk about regulation and the way forward. So the first I think first I'm going to talk about regulatory challenges. So, in regulatory challenges, no global standards come first. That means laws differ widely across the countries. Different countries have the different laws. Speech versus safety, that is hard to detect and trace deepfakes. Identifying deepfake is technically complex, and balancing freedom and harm prevention also important. And the next one is enforcement is weak, especially globally. That means difficult to police deepfakes across the borders. Tech moves faster than laws. Yes, regulation struggles to keep up. And the last one is platforms struggle with responsibility. Unclear rules for social media platforms. And then I'm going to talk about the solutions ahead about deepfake. The first thing we can do is develop better decision tools. That means we have to invest more in tools to spot deepfakes early. Next, clearly label fake content. That means mark manipulate content for transparency. And then we can create specific deepfake laws that will prevent deepfake harm. And then media education. That means target tech media literacy. So we have to create specific rules to address deepfakes and help the public recognize fake content. And then encourage tech industry self-regulation. That means use tech to verify authenticity. Then we can use tech like watermarks or blockchain so that we can use tech to verify any authentic content or anything that can be granted without the permission of the authority. And then ethical standards or set ethical guidelines. That means guide developers and use responsibly. And the last one is foster global cooperation. That means everyone we have to work together across the nations to prevent deepfake. That's all for my part. Thanks so much.
Hello everyone, this is Al-Shahriar. Today I will talk about the deepfakes. So basically these are the fake videos or sounds made by AI and they can be very dangerous. I will show you some simple ways we can fight back and stop the problems caused by deepfakes. So this slide is about how we check if a video or photo is real, and there is a tool called C2PA. It adds a tag to the photos and videos. This tag tells us who made it and if it was changed. And companies like Adobe already use this. It helps people trust what they see in online. In talk about blockchain for content verification, basically blockchain works like a notebook that cannot be changed. It saved the time and place when the photo or video was made. Some apps like TrueEpic already use this to make sure what we see is not fake. It helps us to know if something is real or not. For public awareness, so it is very important to teach people how to find out if something is fake or not. We can teach this is in schools and show messages in ads. When people know how to check facts, they won't get fooled by deepfakes. And for platform responsibilities, they're like big platform like YouTube and TikTok need to help stop deepfakes. They should use smart tools to find deepfakes and tell people when a video is fake or not. They should also share what steps they are taking to protect users. So in conclusion, so to stop the deepfakes, we need to use technology, teach people, and create strong rules. One method is not enough. We must work together and keep updating our solution to stay safe. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I am Mynul Hasan Nayeem. Uh, Today I'm going to give you a quick look into where deepfake technology is heading and why we should all be paying attention. So let's start with the tech. Generative AI tools like Sora and Runway are getting insanely good at creating super realistic videos. It's not just movie studios using them. Anyone with a laptop and a few hours spending some few hours can create some deepfakes video, which really hard to differentiate from the real footage. And here's where it gets more crazier, which is the real-time deepfakes are now a thing. That means someone could be impersonating you live on a Zoom call or a stream. Combine that with AI voice cloning and chatbots that sounds and act human, and you have got a whole new level of identity fraud and misinformation. Uh, Now, what can you do about it? Like, well, researchers are working on post-quantum cryptography to make systems more secure, even in a world full of systematic media. I mean, at the same time, tools for detecting and verifying deepfakes like digital watermarks are starting to roll out. And thankfully, it isn't just a tech issue. Government and global organizations are stepping into. We're seeing new AI policies, global collaboration, and even proposed rules that require people to label AI-generated content more clearly. So yeah, deepfakes are evolving fast, but so are the tools and policies to fight back. The futures are a bit wild. With the right mix of tech and awareness, we can stay ahead of the threats.
Hi everyone, let's wrap up by looking at what we can actually do to fight back against the rise of deepfakes, especially in sectors like finance where trust and accuracy are everything. We all know that. Firstly, for governments, we need clear policies and international cooperations. This threat is global and so our response must be too. Think of it like cybersecurity meets diplomacy, rules that work across borders. For tech companies, you create the tools, now help them protect them. That means building AI responsibly, being transparent, and make sure what's created can be detected and verified. For the law enforcement, give them the right training, technology, and legal powers. If someone uses a fake voice to steal millions, we need a team who can catch it, prove it, and prosecute it. For educators and media, knowledge is power. Teach people how to spot deepfakes, run awareness campaigns, boost digital literacy so everyone knows that not everything we see or hear online is real. And for individuals, people like you and me, stay alert. If something feels off, it probably is. Personal vigilance and knowing how to report suspicious content can help stop attacks before they spread. The last thing I would say, let's protect truth in the age of AI. The next slide will be discussed with my teammate.
Hi, this is Sumaya Tabassum. Today I'll be talking about a growing cybersecurity threat that's evolving at the same pace as the technology behind it, deepfakes, which is basically an AI generated audio, video, or images that are nearly impossible to distinguish from reality. It's not just about fake celebrity videos anymore, it's about someone faking your CEO's voice and sounding exactly like them. Now, while some of you might associate deepfakes with viral internet videos or political misinformation, they're becoming far more dangerous, especially in the financial sector. Why finance? Because financial institutions hold vast amounts of digital assets, from customers' data to multi-million dollar transaction systems, and that makes them perfect targets. According to recent studies, deepfake driven fraud has surged by 300% in just the past year. This includes synthetic identity theft, where fake identities were used to open accounts and apply for loans, impersonating CEO or executive voice, or video calls from someone who sounds like the boss asking for an urgent wire transfer, and deepfake enhanced phishing, which tricks even trained staff by using familiar voices or video snippets. So what can be done? The report I reviewed stresses the need for a proactive, intelligence-driven cybersecurity strategy. This includes deploying AI-based detection tools to flag synthetic media before damage is done. Strengthening identity verification, for example, requiring live gestures during video calls or biometric verification. Training staff regularly with deepfake simulations so they can spot red flags. Enforcing strong transaction controls like dual approvals. And most importantly, having a clear incident response plan ready in case an attack leads through. To wrap up, defending against deepfakes is no longer a nice to have, it's a strategic necessity. Financial institutions that fail to adapt will not only risk losing money but also trust, credibility, and regulatory standing. The takeaway is clear: we must move from reactive to proactive. The ability to question what we see and hear is now just as important as the system that protects our data. Thank you. This was all from our side. And you may ask if you have any questions about this.